Evidence, everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway in Foxborough. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So the Patriots coming out now. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. To the air right away is May. Short pass caught by Henry. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Sanders throwing to start the drive. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 3. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground to about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now here's a throw that's complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Come on, set, crack all 80.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sanders. That's caught left side by Jeudy. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another first down.
To throw is Sanders on 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Sanders. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll try to run this one in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready?
2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The head linesman was right on it. I think they got that spot correct.
Yeah, and so many times officials catch so much grief because of things that may go wrong. You're exactly right. He was on the spot, marked it correctly. Let's see how this plays out from here.
Another fullback dot. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Browns post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. On the return is Henderson. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's May.
There's the stiff arm.
Got Stevenson again. Back-to-back plays.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Into the hands of Cedric Tillman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Sanders now throwing on 1st down.
Out quickly to Judy.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Pats are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's May. And the pass to Henry is intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Sampson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
This is 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. So this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Sanders.
This one downfield for Tillman.
And he's got it inside the 10. A big play that time for Cleveland. 44 yards. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. On the return is Henderson.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. May. That's complete to Doubs.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Now May on 1st down. To Doubs, and he hauls it in.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Hey, tight down. There you go. 552.
They're going to look to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic.
They'll set up to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. To the air, May.
Short pass caught by Henry. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
This is 1st and 10.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Throwing here is May.
Over the middle, complete. It's Stevenson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Now 1st and goal.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on. New Mike 52. Mike 52.
He'll look to throw.
I can't believe they even let you play.
He'll go underneath here to Stevenson.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
On 2nd down, here's May. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Mike 52. Mike 52.
Back to throw again. And it's caught.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
I don't care what the analytics say. Look at where they are on the field. To me, that just screams go for it here. I don't even think about putting a kicker out there. What say you?
I support whatever they do. Let's find out.
Look at you, man of the people.
Here it is, 4th and goal.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with 14 seconds on the clock, they've got to go with the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Browns first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.